And I thought that we are doing a disservice to the people if we don't tell them what is going on. And animal agriculture has such a huge impact on climate change and is not being addressed at all. But there is so much fear about upsetting the system, about upsetting the people who have the money in the system. Basically, people are being coerced into just continuing along the same path.
Climate Crisis, Countdown to Year Zero, Part 3 of 7. Continue watching to find out more.
Welcome to Part 3 of our 7-part series featuring the illuminating documentary Countdown to Year Zero, produced by Ms. Jane Velez-Mitchell, award-winning journalist and CEO of the Jane and Chain News Network, and featuring Dr. Sailesh Rao, one of the creators of the Internet and the founder and executive director of Climate Healers. This riveting film is an urgent appeal for human beings to change.
Warning, you might find the content herein disturbing, but the truth must be revealed.
In our previous episodes, we learned that if we continue at our current rate of environmental destruction and global warming, we will destroy the Earth by the year 2026. We urgently need to make a change, and the change needed is a global shift to a vegan lifestyle. On today's program, we'll continue watching Countdown to Year Zero as Ms. Velez-Mitchell asks Dr. Rao how humanity will make the shift from eating meat to veganism.
You're one of the founders of the Internet, one of the creators of the Internet, and you then began working with Al Gore. What happened? Why did you leave him?
He didn't want to talk about animal agriculture at all, and I thought that we are doing a disservice to the people if we don't tell them what is going on. And animal agriculture has such a huge impact on climate change and is not being addressed at all. He became vegan, and from what I hear, everything, all the food there is vegan when people come for training. But there is so much fear about upsetting the system, about upsetting the people who have the money in the system. There's so much fear. It's a fear-driven system that we have now. Basically, people are being coerced into just continuing along the same path.
You're also one of the people behind two incredible documentaries, Cowspiracy and What the Health. Processed meat has officially been determined by the World Health Organization to be cancer-causing. That's just official. That means bacon, hot dogs, deli slices, ham slices, all the things, the way people eat meat.
Exactly.
Now, if you saw a parent feeding a cigarette to their kid, you'd say, let me call child services. There's something wrong here. But these parents are shoving these nuggets down these kids' throats, and they don't see anything wrong with it, but it's cancer-causing. How do we fight all that? We are dealing with a system that's aligned against us.
What I'm suggesting we do is we build a new one rather than fighting the old one.
Yeah.
This is how you create change. Buckminster Fuller said that very clearly.
Yeah.
So instead of changing the old, just build the new. Show people how good it is in the new. And then they will come along and say, I want to be there, not where I am. So as more and more people come with us, then the majority will say, well, we should be there too, because everyone is going that way. So it becomes like a trend. And so we are a herd animal, we just go along with the herd. Gandhi has shown that one person can make a difference, make a huge difference.
The pig trial has increased awareness about the individuality and suffering of pigs going to slaughter and the imperative of going vegan and not looking away when an animal is in need. But we need to go further. The law needs to recognize pigs and all animals as persons, not property. Pigs should not be given the degrading status of property. They are someone. They have feelings. They're sentient. They're self-aware. They have complex personalities, just like you and me, just like dogs. I hope this case encourages more people to bear witness at a slaughterhouse in their community.
In fact, I think he's shown that it's only through a few people that all changes happen. It isn't groups of people. It's just one person makes this unreasonable stand and says, no, I don't want this to happen anymore. I want to change this. and then people start coalescing around a person.
Use the life that you have to create a world where compassion, tolerance, and equality are no longer considered extreme or militant, but are instead the foundations and baseline for a just and fair society.
So this is really how all change happens. So Gandhi did that in India 100 years ago, and now he tried to create a system of normalized nonviolence too. But in his case, he really didn't have all the tools and technologies that we do today.
Ryuji Chu, a social media influencer, you wanted to talk about that.
If you look at what's happening today, and you look at who kids are looking up to, the next generation, they're looking up at social media influencers. They're looking up to people who just put out content on the internet.
I'm a hip-hop artist, social entrepreneur, creative activist. I've been vegan for almost 2 years now. In 2 months, dropped 20 pounds. My blood pressure went all the way in the green. My mental health, my spiritual health, I just felt so much cleaner.
So sometimes you'll see people who are famous on the internet. These are not traditional media celebrities. These are social media influencers.
Hi, my name is James Aspey. I'm a vegan animal rights activist from Sydney, Australia, well known for taking a year-long vow of silence for the animals.
You can check out his videos on YouTube. James, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself for our viewers?
Yeah, I'm somebody who grew up not really understanding who animals were, so I didn't really like them. I didn't think their lives had any value, and therefore I thought it was pointless to give any consideration to their feelings, their emotions, their lives in general. I ate meat every single day for my whole life. I didn't feel bad about it at all. I watched footage of animals being slaughtered. I still felt no shame, all because I felt you need to eat animals to survive and be healthy. When I learned finally that you can actually live and thrive on a vegan diet, in fact live longer and reduce your chances of developing many diseases, basically just live a much healthier life, then I questioned, well, if we don't need to kill animals to survive and thrive, what do we do it for? And when I realized that there's no justification in the violence that's any better than because we like how they taste, I realized I was totally out of alignment with the person I was striving to be, which is a compassionate, respectful, loving, basically just a non-violent person. I don't think it's okay to go and stab somebody to death. So why is it okay for me to pay somebody to stab somebody to death?
And if you look at the crowds of people around them, it's insane. They get more public attention than many traditional media celebrities.
We are here today for the calves taken away from their mothers. We are here today for the hens who are exploited for their eggs. We are here today for the chickens who are exploited and murdered for their flesh. We are here today for the pigs who are locked in farrowing crates. We are here today for the lambs on the way to the slaughterhouse. And we are here today for the millions upon trillions of animals who are mercilessly dragged out of the ocean. The marine animals who are killed without any dignity or respect.
They haven't gone through gatekeepers, and so that could be anyone. That could be me, that could be you, that could be anyone. And we have to understand that so many people are going to do things because the people that they look up to do the same things, and we can become those people.
We can just take a 2-minute video of us talking, or of some slaughterhouse footage, or of a conversation during the Cube of Truth, and it can reach millions of people. I've had videos reach 13 million people, 12 million people all over the world like that, with a thought, with a photo, with a video, with a meal, a vegan meal recipe, with information. And people are getting educated and informed at a rate that has never been seen before.
How interesting to understand that by using social media, even an ordinary person can help accelerate the shift to veganism. For more information on the documentary, please visit janeandchain.com. Wonderful viewers, thank you for your company today.